See, it's like the after party, but we are meeting there before the party started. Picture आ चुकी है, मतलब show, लोगों ने हम धमाल के messages शुरू कर दिए हैं. लेकिन यहाँ क्या होता है ना, मतलब OTT to gauge the success takes a few days. Because you tell your friends, listen, have you seen it? I said, not yet seen it. No, I'm just watching it. But two of the busiest artists in the industry and doing the most diverse work. महारानी से लेकर अब एक 1940s की हीरोइन, ये मतलब इतने options जो characters को मिल रहे हैं. Aditi, you deserve everything and so much more. Thank you so much. Super. It's true. Super. You know, sometimes there was a paucity at one time where you didn't know कि क्या choose करें क्योंकि सब similar आ रहा था. और मुझे लगता है कि फिल्म मेकर्स को ये तक नहीं समझ में आता है कि इसके साथ हम क्या करें. That's why Jubilee is such a revelation. Fantastic, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So
and
sweet
you know, I was telling him before we started, there was a very strict critic जो जब वो shows भी देखती हैं वो अकेले बैठती हैं. मुझे किसी से influence नहीं होना. What has she written about him? I'm fond of her, Shubhra. Okay, but she doesn't like too much. Okay, and very rarely.
Okay,
well,
fair enough.
70% of the time she's right, which is why I also stopped reviewing films. Yeah. But what she wrote about him, I couldn't understand his character first, but then I understood how he played it.
Yeah.
And then she saw it. You know, तो पहले shot में अगर कोई आ जाए और आप बोले wow, यार वाओ का ये जोन है नहीं, ये जोन है एक्टिंग का, परफॉर्मेंस का.
It's really
so I think this kind of a comment, and first of all, congratulations to Amazon, congratulations to you all, congratulations to T-Series where we're sitting, every single reviewer, terrific. I have not seen this kind of universal praise.
Yeah, it's quite
ever.
incredible.
So congratulations to both of you all.
God has been very
Considering that you all are coming from big show to big show, how does this feel now?
Actually,
The terrifics.
It's really amazing, and honestly, quite often as actors we are very dependent on people to, you know, call us for interesting parts. You know, how much ever we may think that, you know, we have the choice, we can do this, we can do that, we can dream, we can do all of that, but you still have to be at the right place at the right time.
Correct.
And you still have to be part of the vision of incredible directors. So I think like it really boils down to that. A great director, a great visionary, a great team. And then if you're blessed, then you will be called on to be a part of their vision.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. I think it is such a blessing to be a part of this, you know, show and this team.
Yeah.
And first of all, I would really want to thank Shubhra ma'am and all the reviewers जो आपने terrific बात लिखी है. कुछ लोगों ने मुझे screenshots भेजे हैं.
Correct.
उसके and I don't know
झूठ बोलता है जब मैं ऐसे बता रहा था, बोला really?
नहीं Shubhra का नहीं पढ़ा
अच्छा, बाकी का.
Actually, I've also not read a lot, but I've seen that it, like everybody is really reviewing it beautifully.
Shubhra का आपने बताया मुझे start होने से पहले, मुझे बाकी 4-5 कोई screenshots आए सुबह. And I was like, oh God, how do I absorb this? And you know, और ये वो लोग हैं जो genuinely आप सही कह रहे हैं. I mean, because आप और मैं दोनों रेडियो बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं. हमने ये उस तरफ बैठ के किया है ये सब. And it is, touchwood, I can only feel blessed. And apart from Shubhra and all the reviewers, if I can say this, I've never said this to him. This is almost the 7th time or the 6th time we are talking about life. I want to thank people who have really treated me like a kid brother without any reason. He's one of them. Angad Bedi is one of them. The people who just come and hug me and just say good things, and I sometimes feel ki, I don't know where this is coming from, but, and one of them is Rajkumar Rao. They just, and I haven't told this to anybody. When I read this
an emotional moment. I've seen you in this zone, huh? So sweet.
Thank you, Baji, for always blessing me.
I've seen you I know everything.
No, you're a senior from radio. It takes a lot for somebody from the same fraternity to push you ahead. Every time I come to your interview, it is beautiful to talk to you. You give me the confidence to kind of, you know, do better things in life.
I think I should walk up with you.
I love you.
Man. So sweet of you.
I love you.
Sweet boy.
Thank you so much.
I'm really feeling left out. Can you give me a hug also? Thanks.
You made me do all these things on set.
By slapping you? These are the tears of that slap.
So, and yeah, I mean, you know, there's so many people who really kind of bring out the best in me. I sometimes tell people that मेरे ना दोस्त मुझसे ही काम करा रहे हैं सारा का सारा. And on that note, I really want to tell you that when once I finished reading the script, I called a couple of friends and people who I really trust. One of them was Rajkumar Rao. I was like, Rajbhai, this has happened. And I was really confused because the time frame we needed for this I
Yeah.
knew the 3 films I had to let go of.
Yeah.
अच्छा because
And
so just to
Yeah.
explain 2 साल लग गए थे इसको
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
shoot करने में give or take because COVID this that and various things and अगर आप देखोगे that time to shoot that world is so detailed. 1947 is a time where you might not even find everything. That's the reason why they took so long to
And
shoot it.
also
Yes.
for a show, it's all about combinations because there's
Yes,
so
yes.
many tracks.
Actors and all, yes.
So it's so complicated
Yes,
in
yes.
just an yeah.
Yeah.
So it just takes that much longer.
Absolutely, and I told him कि ऐसे ऐसे है, and we discussed all the 3 films that I'm supposed to do, and they were all touchwood. I mean, they were making my positioning better.
Yeah.
And I was like, ये हुआ है, and I'm really confused. So he gave me that confidence. He was like, Pari, तू मेरे को ट्रस्ट करता, मैंने कहा करता हूँ, आंखें बंद करके कर दे सब कुछ. And I was like, okay, that is the only conversation I had. There were a couple of people in my team who were kind of putting out the do's and don'ts and the plus and the minus. Of course, it's a no-brainer that it's a world, but आप उस टाइम पे एक बड़े कंफ्यूज
Of course,
में
of
हो,
course.
एक बड़े कंफ्यूज स्टांस में हो, with all love and due respect to everybody on this show, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course.
I'm not saying कि यार ये कुछ मतलब it was a no-brainer to do
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
but उस वो opportunity cost कई बार आपको
Absolutely.
calculate
And hindsight is so much easier. Today you're sitting on the day the screening has happened. Wow, सबने बोल दिया है.
yeah.
What if it wasn't the same?
Yes,
And then you would
absolutely.
regret the 3 films that you left.
Talking about screening and going back to the same thing.
Yes.
Rajkumar came and hugged and he was like, Pari, I love you. I was like, dude, oh my God. This has come a full circle and next morning I'm meeting you.
Yeah, it's
and
amazing.
touch wood, I mean, these
So, I was just
brothers
telling
who
him-
have just come into my life. I don't know from where. Thank you so much, Paji. I love
And the father also must have not chosen this. I was telling him, if his father, who is one of the greatest astrologers of India, could not have given him this script 3 years ago, say, beta, aisa hoga. Last 6 months for him. Even for you, are you all into him? To of course I know. Are you into astrology also? Are you seeing your life in the last year? क्या मिल रहा है? नसीर साहब एक दिन है, दूसरे दिन ये मिल रहा है. मतलब, it's crazy, and this is just the last 6 months. Have you seen the chart?
No.
But don't you ever
And
feel
still being very normal about it. बंसाली साहब के सेट से आएंगे, अनर प्रमोशन करने के लिए.
Oh, sorry. हीरा मंडी तो मैं
ये
भूल गया
आप क्या कर रहे हो?
I'm so sorry.
No, what? No, one second.
एक मिनट, I can say this. आपके मेरे साथ बैठी ये सेम लेवल पे, यही हमें ब्लेस्ड फील करना चाहिए.
And I must tell you what, बंसाली साहब यहाँ बैठ के बोला था, मैंने कहा सर मैं गंगू भाई वाओ, कहाँ मैसेज किया? मैंने कहा सर, नहीं you liked it. Who's going to know? I said sir, and he shouted at me. I respect your opinion. Why didn't you message me then? I said, sir, but it was all over the world. And he's like that.
He's very sweet.
Yeah.
I love
And then he was fighting and saying, मुझे ये गाना भी रिलीज नहीं करना था. ये तो ये लोग हैं जो बोल रहे हैं 2 साल से आप गाना बना रहे हो, कितनी देर तक गाना बनाते रहोगे? तो मैं निकाल रहा हूँ गाना.
He's too cute.
Now, so we'll come back to you. Have you not ever charted or seen? क्या चल रहा है
No,
आपकी लाइफ में?
I like the journey of just living in the present and enjoying it, and of course, your work and just life and your day throws various challenges and hurdles and whatever. But I feel you learn so much from them, and the highs are so beautiful. So I prefer to ride the highs and I deal with whatever challenges there are. And also I have a great team to help me deal with the challenges. And I will say that for me, the one thing that I have been so particular about, and I realized that, that is me and that is how I need to work. And you come from the outside and you don't quite know that, you're learning. When I worked with Mani sir. When I worked with Mani sir and did that love story in 2016, in fact, today is the 6th year of that film.
Wow.
Cartraveli Day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And the release of our Jubilee
Wow.
on the
Yes,
same
touch
day. So it was after I worked with Mani sir where I realized that this is what it is.
That is Mani Ratnam, sir.
Mani Ratnam,
Yeah.
Mani
Yes,
Ratnam, sir. Where you have like for me, I need to love and respect my director, and I need to be able to just
Surrender.
happily, fearlessly
Yes.
surrender and stand at the edge of the cliff, and if they say jump, jump. And those are the experiences I really seek, and that's what I love. And whatever good comes out of it, I am so grateful for. And I know that even if sometimes something doesn't quite, fall into place, but I know that experience will be with me for a lifetime. And I find that the only control we have is to make timeless cinema, and to make great cinema with really incredible people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that lasts beyond us, and that's greater than us.
And she's of course overlooked the fact that she's delivered, has the talent, so they've approached. So it's not just about creating timeless cinema, it's also about realizing the potential of these two, for example. I'm a timeless romantic in my head,
Yes,
not
yes.
in real life.
No?
Real life में time नहीं मिलता ना, क्योंकि bills आ जाते हैं, so you have to pay the bills.
I must tell you, ये तो romantic भी हैं साथ में, और आप bills की बात करें, he's the best multitasker in the city.
Okay, we are coming back to we're coming back to Jubilee, but when this show comes out and you see old, for you have been celebrated, you know, for the look of you on screen many times. ये normal है. For them it was different. I've never seen him in this kind of avatar. For you, you know, like if there's a Pradeep Sarkar and he says मुझे Aditi पसंद है as a face, they'll play with you on that, you know, and you're able to give that on screen. Even the reviewers are saying this also. There's this glow, there's this feel, there's this royal ethereal look that she gives. I know that we've discussed this earlier. Sometimes it works for you. I mean, of course, something nice. But when you see this, are you impressed and saying that, okay, I'm seeing myself in another similar way?
You know, I have to say that every part is different. Okay?
Of course.
And whether it's period, whether it's whatever,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And I don't look at myself like that. Like these lovely words that you have used, I'm very grateful that people use them for me, but I certainly don't look at myself like that, obviously.
Yeah.
Having said that, in Jubilee, I have to say, and we've only now got 5 episodes.
Yes.
And I think we're setting up tracks and characters, etc., etc. And I feel for me, and in the next 5 that follow, I think that will be revealed. I think for me, what has been really different is that I got to play with a very different kind of personality type. And I think what I liked about it is that somewhere there was my own comfort blanket of the hidden vulnerability and almost childlike, lost, sort of this thing that I relate to naturally. I don't know if many people would have been able to see me like this. So Vikram, I don't know how he did. And he also was very well aware that it was going to be like, it is going to be that he'll have to sort of push me into this. So he did make me watch an English film, actually.
References, of course, in that era was very required.
Yeah.
And even the style of most Indians also at that time. Abhi to gaye British.
Yeah.
Exactly aisa tha.
But he didn't want me to see any Indian references, actually, because it was her personal life.
Yeah.
And the character, all the backstory was that she's probably studied abroad. She probably comes from an aristocratic family and is in the film. So her exposure is very different. So she wears pantsuits. My references were Maharani Gayatri Devi and Audrey Hepburn.
Wow.
Yeah, those were my references. So different,
Two of my
right?
favorites of all time, actually, those two ladies. And aapke kya references the? Because see, some actors even in the promotion wear similar kind of clothes. So if people, if they don't
Not
know,
us. Look at us.
We discussed this.
they might not even know. अरे ये है क्या? तो मुझे लगता है कि there is almost like a actor. Wow, every day for you. Not because you're thinking, wow, I've got to do this. But there's also a danger of doing too much because I have to perform.
Yeah.
मुझे extra करना है, मेरे को मौका मिला है. मुझे 36 out of runs मारने हैं over में.
Correct.
I use cricket references, but yeah, ex-cricketer by the way also. But how did you not do too much?
2-3 things. Number one, I think Vikram sir and Atul sir had set the pitch, the tone right, workshop के time पे ही. तो I think मेजर काम तो वहाँ हो गया था. I'll make an honest confession, मेरी हिंदी में कई बार थोड़ी सी पंजाबी आ जाती है because I'm from चंडीगढ़. तो उसमें एक विकास सर हैं, वो हमारे डिक्शन कोच थे.
He was fantastic.
He was fantastic. The kind of workshops we had with him.
Even Jogi sir.
Even Jogi sir. So मैं वही 4th उन्हीं पे आ रहा था. चौथी वर्कशॉप थी हमारी जोगी सर के साथ. And touchwood, I think.
Jogi sir is acting.
Yes.
Acting workshop, na?
Acting workshop.
Correct.
The casting director,
casting
Jogi
director, Jogi. Yeah. Correct.
Casting is done by casting base.
Yes.
Jogida came in just for an acting workshop.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, यहीं पे थोड़ी सी, एक pitch set हो गई थी. तो इसलिए इतना ज़्यादा scope नहीं था to do too much or too less on set. We knew what we were getting into. One is that. Secondly, I think ये आपकी life का थोड़ा सा एक stance होता है कि जो लोग कहते हैं कि मैं खा जाऊंगा या कहते हैं कि मैं मुझे वो
फाड़ डालूंगा सीन
हाँ,
को।
मुझे वो टर्मिनोलॉजीज और स्टांस टाइप के समझ नहीं आते हैं बिकॉज यू नो मी पर्सनली
Yes.
तो मैं वैसे ही तसल्ली बख्श रहता हूँ जब ये नहीं भी था तब भी मैं तसल्ली बख्श रहता था You know, जब एक्टिंग नहीं भी हो रही थी मेरी लाइफ में
I know this and
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
vouch for this then also.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So I think I always went back home even during my radio days with a lot of happiness, a lot of gratitude कि मैं आज जो मुझे क्रिएटिव काम करना था वो क्रिएटिव काम करके आया हूँ जो मुझे क्रिकेट फुटबॉल खेलना था वो खेल के आया हूँ मैंने अच्छा खाना खा लिया है
so
मैंने अच्छे
nice.
दोस्तों के साथ चिल कर लिया है लेट्स नाउ स्लीप so yeah so yeah
But the occasion has to sometimes come for you. Yeah. Was it the premiere? My God.
ये कल
Now
हुआ।
This
No,
is
but no, you weren't like that even yesterday.
अंदर ही अंदर
He wasn't. No, he was
I'm just a
almost
half
like
decent actor I was just acting कि मैं ठीक हूँ
I don't know. He was probably having an out of body experience. I don't know what because he was behaving like. But I know that feeling because I'm also similar.
Yeah.
It's like you're almost like it's somebody else. So all these people are praising somebody else.
सही कह रहे हो Look, ये हमने
है ना?
ये
I
मैंने
also
किया।
feel like
ये
this.
मैंने किया
Yeah, that's how I
वैसा
deal
था।
with it.
Did you
also.
surprise yourself? Were you and you also were you surprised by his performance?
You know, so some time ago I went to the office for
I
something.
saw the edit
Yeah, no, and at first I went for something else entirely. And Vikram was like, come see. So I was almost like, shit, I can see. So I sat down and I watched the first episode.
Yeah.
This human being, I was just like,
She called me after
yeah, I
that.
called out that. I was like, Abba.
Yeah. हमने उम्मीद ही नहीं की थी कि तुम ऐसे एक्टिंग कर पाओगे
Yeah.
क्या कर दिया तुमने
मैंने भी नहीं की थी
And you know, a very small thing like how he. Okay, can I just praise you for 2 minutes? Just shut your ears.
Yeah.
So it's like how he holds just his eyes. He has this way that he holds his eyes like this. Like he does something like this. And I don't know whether he calculated it, whether he planned it, whether it was something. I don't know, but maybe it came just naturally. Sometimes you instinctively do
Correct,
things. Like
correct.
I instinctively do many things.
Right.
Maybe he did it, I don't know, but it was
Wow.
amazing.
एक मैं मोटिवेशन बताना चाहता हूँ
Okay,
first of all
bye,
thank
now
you so
stop.
much this is I remember I have picture perfect memories of that day when she called me you know I remember she had already reached home and she was with family and जब ये देख के आई हैं उन्होंने बताया and I was so touched I was like oh wow I have a co-actor you know who doesn't need to call me and tell me who is senior to me and has achieved a lot more than me and senior मैं सिर्फ काम किया था एज में तो मुझे 10 साल छोटे हो जाता
I know, but I'm like, no,
Yeah,
come
I
on,
mean,
he's worked
हाँ
a
so I
lot.
mean you know
Yeah, but worked films में तो you are boy
Yeah.
हाँ
Okay,
बस
fair,
ठीक है
fair,
हाँ
fair.
ठीक है
ये स्टेपल है
So yeah, I mean ऊपर से इतनी सुंदर लड़की मैं तो देख के मैं तो सेट पे सिर्फ एक ही डिस्ट्रैक्शन थी मेरे लिए
अच्छा।
हैदरी देखिए भूल गए बट ऐसा anyway coming back to the point you know I mean I was like she doesn't need to do this and it's so sweet of her तो इसलिए वो मुझे exactly याद है and I've thanked her enough you know for that now coming to जो मैं कहा था मेरी मोटिवेशन क्या थी एक अजीब सी मोटिवेशन थी जो मैं आपको एक बार बता चुका हूँ I don't know if you remember this I haven't said this much in interviews और अदरवाइज आपकी मेरी जब बात हुई मैंने बताया नहीं है कल जब रेडियो सेशन मिले तब भी नहीं बताया ये मेरे साथ कहीं ना कहीं रियल लाइफ में हो चुका है जो इस लड़के के साथ सीरीज में हो रहा है
Yeah, you did say it.
I had joined a TV channel
अच्छा.
a music TV channel
Yeah.
a competition music TV channel as a costume stylist
Yeah, that's what I know about it.
Yeah.
Stylist. You told me this.
so
Yeah.
no I've told you this
Yeah.
लेकिन ये नहीं कि मतलब उसके बाद
हाँ.
and then I auditioned to become
VJ.
a VJ.
हाँ.
So this is a part where you have entered the organization as an employee
हाँ.
and you audition to become an actor.
But can I just say,
But
he
this is-
does not behave like Binod Das at all. in real life.
No,
He's a very nice human.
He's not calculated.
I actually want to come to the
Binod
other
Das
part
is a real
now.
harrowing human.
Khair Abba.
By the
Binod
way,
Das
you know,
is
when he
very-
came as a stylist
very
also,
bad
तब भी ऐसे ही कपड़े पहनता था और ऐसे ही था एकदम
और ऐसे ही हंसता
कलरफुल I have seen him once have you seen him dress हम लोग I have the greatest respect for Govinda sir one of my favorites of all time he has put him to shame
Oh,
with his
God.
fluorescent colors in the days और I said क्या पहनता है ये यार समझ नहीं आ रहा मेरे
But
को
इसके
was,
कपड़े मुझे अच्छे लगते हैं.
अब स्टाइलिस्ट है
अच्छा, ओ,
तब
पहले।
जब पहले की बात करो
ओ,
कलरफुल
बाप रे
clothes
बाप.
it was
I was always like
Like
that.
आमिर खान in रंगीला.
तो उस टाइम
yeah, but that was a character this is a real life person
उस टाइम मैंने पहली बार पिंक पहना था
yeah.
तो पिंक तब पहनता नहीं था मैं पिंक पहन लिया मैंने and the guy in the office like pink is for girls I'm also for girls
What is pink is for girls? Doesn't make sense.
But Baji, I want to come back to that
Yeah.
costume stylist part, and उसका जो motivation है वो क्या है? वो ये कि जब मैं costume stylist था और अगर मुझे उस female host के जूतों के लेसेस बांधने होते थे तो मैं वो इतने दिल से करता था और उतने ही दिल से फिर मैं एंकरिंग का ऑडिशन देता था. इसलिए ये मोटिवेशन मुझे हेल्प करी कि जब मैं विनोद दास कर रहा हूँ तो वो उसी इनोसेंस और उसी हम्बलनेस के साथ आपने रॉय बाबू की बात सुननी है. दैट वाज द मोटिवेशन इफ आई कैन ड्रॉ यू नो कि वो कैसे आई. अदरवाइज आई डोंट नो हाउ इट ऑल केम आउट, बिकॉज जब वो विनोद दास हो और जब आप एक सबसे छोटे एम्प्लॉय हो वहाँ के तो आपको वो हम्बलनेस और वो दिखानी पड़ेगी. तो आई हैड टू ड्रॉ सम you know something from the real life to kind of get it right, and then जब आप एक्टर बन जाते हो तो I think
Of course, you can
सब
do-
एक्टर्स हैं, you can
Yeah.
do वो
But there's a basic, the virgin thought is there in there that you can draw upon. I
and
think
that's about
there,
it. So I think that helped. Baki touchwood, whatever happened, it just kind of touchwood. It all went well.
Make sure you catch it. 5 episodes out right now, Jubilee. 5 more to come. And you know, it's like a slow burn. As you watch it, you'll understand so much more of it. Take care and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me.